just like when Ethan said something about whipped cream instead of aspirin.
What?
I don't know, somehow he was trying to say something about aspirin and somehow he said whipped cream.
Because it's close enough, right?
I love aspirins on my pie.
Soft and cold and refreshing. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
They're
one
leaving
Chick-fil-A milkshake, extra aspirin, please.
So, Seb's here in real life,
Hi.
and I'm here in real life.
Whoa.
We all joined McKay here in real life. That's pretty cool. Oh, I asked someone else, and they said that this did a good job of sticking the landing, quote unquote. So we will see if they were right or not.
That does not build my
It
confidence.
does not.
Sticking the landing. I mean, they were falling for quite a while.
For 30 minutes.
Sticking the landing and breaking their legs, maybe.
I love Target ads.
At least it's not a Frick toy ad.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe that happened to you. That's so
Yeah,
concerning.
I'm very sad.
Load the multiplier, hit the green button, launch it, and get back, okay?
That's exactly right.
Let's keep moving. Let's go faster this time.
Just playing the
This
dream
time.
speedrun music over this. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
He didn't make it any farther at all.
Okay,
That's the same shot of Casey.
Come on, come on. Listen, get in, get suited up, get down the gangway.
Just go back farther.
Yeah, why?
Go back
what?
like hours
back,
farther.
you know-
How does this even make sense? Because like we're outside of time and space, and yet we're redoing the same outside of time and space moment.
Dude, I stopped thinking about this in like episode 3.
Are we creating new
I can't.
timelines of outside of time? Is this
Yeah,
like
someone. I'm telling
multiverse
you,
squared?
we need a TVA for the TVA. Look how many branches they're creating by him going back in time over and over again.
this is very confusing. It hurts the brain.
Obi, how long will it take me to know everything that you know about mechanics, physics, and engineering?
Oh my gosh. I mean, technically they have no time limit. He's just rewinding
true.
time. So, yeah, just rote memorization. Or give him, like, a flash drive embedded into his nose. He can just...
Decades.
Centuries.
Great! So, that's where we're going to spend the rest of the season. Great.
What?
Are you kidding me? You could have tried some other things before going to this last-ditch effort.
So,
It is absolutely safe.
you're telling me that Loki spent centuries learning this and he still hasn't thought of a better way
He
to
hasn't
replace
changed
the
his
TVA?
jacket. He hasn't thought of a better way to replace the TVA. That is a
Bro
very
has been
good
so
point.
dead set on this whole get the TVA back up and running thing. Bro spent centuries and he still hasn't thought of
Yeah.
a better idea.
Because we don't allow it to interface directly with Timely's adaptive exponential computing system. With all those upgrades, it will allow the loom to
words?
scale
The
the
god of
capacity to manage
technology
the backlog
now
of branches.
and engineering.
Why are we doing this? I don't even understand what the loom does. Why is it needed? Why can't you just let it grow free?
I don't know.
Do you need the TVA? Is it a problem?
Loki sure thinks you do.
Why do you need to loom these
You
branches
do need the
together instead
TVA,
of
just trust me. You
I
do,
don't
you
understand.
need it.
What are the stakes for this season? Is it okay?
Loki
if
will
it's-
lose his friends. His friends.
You can move them to a branch and they'll live their happy days.
Rings are too small. We can make them bigger.
You can't expand metal by pointing a laser pointer at it.
That's right.
Have you studied engineering for 100 centuries?
Oh my
And
gosh.
also, minor nitpick, but if he spent centuries learning this stuff, wouldn't that just like make all his friendship kind of dissolve anyway? Because if you spend
Oh,
centuries
watching them die repeatedly and just getting information
like
out
you
of
can't
them.
pretend you're just at the same emotional
Having the
level as
same,
you were
like,
centuries ago.
Having the same like 3 voice lines being spoken to you over and over.
I think
Yeah.
you would go crazy.
Like, how do you feel any emotional connection with these people at all? If they're all just the only thing you heard from them for centuries has been, "What are you talking about? Why are you
Why are
acting
you acting so weird,
and,
Loki?
and you're like, "No, trust me. You're my friend. I know you've said this to me. let me 7 million times and counting. I really want to punch you in the face every time you say it at this point. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Just, hey, can we try something new? Let me just take some duct tape and put it over your face and your face and your face. I only need to hear from Ouroboros. And can we just, like, not have you use your voice as well? Can you just, like, type it to me? I have a big headache.
Be brave. You're being so brave.
Ew.
Bro does not care at this point.
Brave, you are being so brave.
It's working.
Okay.
Only took us a century. Or
Multiple.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Why did we do this?
Because we need the TVA. We need it. We need the TVA.
These readings
Bruh.
off.
What do you mean?
Years of academy training wasted.
Oh, poor Buzz.
Look at his face, poor guy.
He's
like,
like,
no,
don't
please
tell
no.
me. Not again.
After everything I've been through.
Like, he's got tears in his eyes. It looks like clown make. He looks like the Joker.
I'm about to start crying.
We got a 14-minute montage just to. Oh no!
It's like another 2 centuries. I can't do it.
Rewinds and he's like, maybe we don't need the TVA.
How can the readings be off? How can
Moon is overloading again.
I mean,
be overloaded?
it makes sense because literally you're trying to harness infinity. That's
Yeah.
not how it works.
It's not possible. We increased the throughput.
Mm-hmm. By like 8. You can handle 8 more branches now.
There are just too many branches.
You told me you didn't think of that in the centuries it took you.
I know, right? Holy cow.
The branches of time are duplicating and expanding
Duh.
at an infinite rate.
Mm-hmm.
Could you say this infinitely faster, please?
Yeah.
Jeez.
How did you make this?
The TVA?
Like, him, other him. How did he do that?
That's true.
In the first place.
How would you ever kill enough timelines to get down to just one? That seems impossible as well.
Or at least, like, enough. Bro is so defeated.
I
sorry,
need a
but
rest.
You should have.
I
You had
haven't had a
centuries.
nap.
You had centuries to realize that you can't scale
You
for
had so
infinity.
much time to think about what you.
He learned
what you
so
could've
much
done.
about engineering and mathematics, but he forgot you can't divide by 0.
I'm stupid. I don't know anything
I
about
didn't
physics,
carry
but I
the
know
one.
that. Oh my gosh.
I have not been able to follow 90% of the logic in this show, and
Yeah.
even we could predict that this
Bro
is not
didn't-
going to work.
Yeah.
Bro did not carry the one.
Oh my gosh. I'm holding on for a hero.
Oh, poor
We
guy.
held on to so much hope.
Wait,
We wrote this show.
No, we didn't. We realized the problem that the characters did not. Or the writers did not, or someone didn't.
This is beautiful.
What is happening?
In a microwave.
Hey,
In a microwave! They're all about to be in a microwave. Wait,
Huh?
What
Did
is
he-
happening?
did we miss something, or is he actually traveling back to this at this point?
Just a flashback.
Stop.
Whoa, what?
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Okay.
I felt what you feel.
Whoa, we're feeling this. Oh gosh.
Oh!
She's like, I haven't felt what
Ew.
you felt just there.
Ew.
What's that?
She's like, why did you just get a Voldemort like clone in the back of your head? What happened?
What were you thinking, trusting me? I can't be trusted.
Huh?
You have to believe me. You cannot kill him.
Wait, what?
You must not follow.
He just said, what were you thinking? Trusting me? I can't be trusted. You have to believe
Yeah,
me.
you have to.
What
believe
the
it.
heck?
What? What was that?
Me too, Sylvie.
I'm so confused.
She's like, huh?
Your logic is confusing me.
Impeccable.
Oh, I hope. Imagine he does kill her. That would be
I
epic.
kind of want that to happen,
That would be
honestly.
He's just like, you don't know how many centuries I've spent trying to do this. I will murder you. You will die right
Do you
That
now.
would
think
actually
he'll
be
call
so
himself
funny.
Loki who remains?
Hey!
If you want to stop me, you'll have to kill me.
Do it, bro. You won't.
Do it.
You won't.
Okay, hold on. So throughout the entirety of season 2, there was no point in time where he could have stopped, like, the world ending. So now he's gone back to the end of season 1, and now it's not also working. So he's probably gonna have to keep going back in time.
The entire series
He's just gonna rewrite the entire show.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
We go
wow.
back to when he first found the Tesseract. He just picks it up and yeets it. Just no, I'm done. I don't want to deal with any of this.
Why don't we just...
Oh my gosh! She's gone. Get snorted by Daredevil.
Okay.
Just get rid of her. Goodbye.
It's so funny, the disrespect.
Shake it off.
I stay out too late.
Spend centuries learning physics.
Break the room and you cause a war that kills us all. Game over. Or... kill her.
I'm trying to wrap my brain around the stakes right now, and I can't
And
do
we
it.
protect what we can.
Isn't
I still say
breaking the
there's a
womb, isn't that, it feels like the same thing as he was telling them would happen if they broke the TVA.
yeah.
What?
You mean
So-
killing him?
Yeah.
It's
Like,
literally
why-
the same choice again. Yeah,
Okay.
it's just been delayed a little
I was
bit
just figuring
more.
out if I was stupid or if they were just
No,
doing
but it's
the
the same
thing.
choice as season one
Okay.
again. But now it's just he has more context to influence him to make this decision that He Who Remains wants. Even so, I still say there's another option, which is just kill the annoying people that figure out how to multiversal travel.
Whoa.
Did you just become a centipede for a second?
She knew the hard thing to do was the thing that had to be done. And by hard, I mean impossible.
Kill your girlfriend. Kill your girlfriend.
You just choose your bird.
It's himself.
Kill yourself.
The outside time.
Okay. Congrats.
How?
What if he spaghettifies her and puts her mind in the other mind of Sylvie? So that she has the context understanding that there's no way out. And he just puts that Sylvie mind in the other Sylvie
He
who's trying
just
to stab
grabs
him.
her brain.
Yeah, exactly. He just like...
He's just running
slips
off
her
with
with-
Non-consensual brain transplant.
I'm out of options, Sylvie. I've tried everything.
So is she?
The only way that innocence is
So you have to kill me.
I still don't understand why.
Why is it the only
in this
option?
Specific, like in this specific time as well. Like he could have done that when he's fighting her during the Kang end of season 1 fight.
Well, I'm sure he will. He's just having a conversation with her to get permission, I
Hey,
guess.
will you understand if I kill your previous self? Just checking.
But he should still try to slip her brain in her previous self so he can
he
slap
can just
some
slip
sense into
her into her previous.
That's what
self,
I'm
yeah.
saying.
Oh, yeah.
Slap some sense into her,
I
literally.
thought you meant like grab her, spaghettify her, grab her brain, shove it into
No, not
the other
literally.
Sylvie's mouth.
Ew!
No!
Imagine slurping up your own brain.
Why? I mean, if he's asking for permission, it's a different person. That's just how variants kind of are, you know.
I'm giving you my blessing to
Oh my gosh!
Girl, what? I don't know why you would have gotten
I
to that
feel
point,
like
but that
she
seems okay.
Has never made any character development. We just kind of like
Yeah.
retroactively hear her being like, "Yep, I have changed my mind, I guess."
Okay, girl.
Wow.
I don't believe you,
Would
but
be
sure.
great to know what's her internal process.
the sacred timeline. Or nothing.
Literally, you haven't tried any other options. You've had centuries to explore. You could do so many things.
I just realized he's like basically living out a Henry Stickmin game.
He really is.
Wow.
He at this point, I mean, it takes work for him, so it's not like he's actually literally God. But to a certain extent, he should be omniscient. So he should be able to find the solutions that definitely exist.
Yeah.
He could go to find eternity and make a wish that things were different and the universe operated differently. He could gather the Infinity Stones and use them to do something. I don't know. He could do so many things, and yet he's got the imagination of a grape seed.
He must have a headache with all these possibilities. He probably needs some whipped cream.
Goodbye, friends.
Wish I could be invested in this moment, but I've completely lost the plot.
I just wish he had a brain cell. He's so stupid. He's so
This
stupid.
is making him look very dumb, this episode. What the heck? How are you? Okay.
I don't know.
Plot armor.
Wait, so his
He's
jacket
gonna
is
be
aging.
completely nude when he gets there.
Oh no!
Spaghetti.
Yay! I love spaghetti.
He's giving us tips.
How do you understand what's happening so? Because I don't.
I have no idea what's going on.
It's bow time.
Oh, it's bow
bow
time. Now I understand.
Read their lips. What are they saying?
He says, "Oh, my butt's on fire. I need to go to the restroom after all that spicy food. Coming out the other end, and it is just as hot the second time."
Ew.
Dramatic, inspirational music for accomplishing something I do not understand and cannot comprehend. It is algae. It is. Oh, it's Yggdrasil, the world tree.
Ah! Oh, I know what that
Wow.
is.
That's so weird and full circle, and also my brain hurts.
Me too.
This doesn't make any sense, but it's the neat reference.
I understood that reference. After.
Period.
What does after that even mean? Let's grow together. Wait, what does that sign say? I need to read that little text. Sorry, I'm really invested in that small text. Nurture our nature for a stable future. They've become a conservationist group. So what did they actually do? Obviously, they don't prune the branches of the
Why does
tree.
the TVA
so
exist now?
I got those reports on the variants of He Who Remains.
Are they doing what we've said this whole time? I am going to be annoyed if the TVA's job is to actually just keep away He Who Remains variants when we've been saying you should do that for the whole
literally
entire
the
show.
entire show. Is that Renslayer?
Yeah.
She looked like a boy from this angle.
Teehee.
I'm really bad at face recognition, apparently. It's an anthill. Look at that big anthill.
Wow.
Oh, it's a pyramid.
Pyramid, okay.
I think ants could have made it. Oh, they were wrong. It wasn't aliens, it was ants this whole time.
It's weird that Loki's not here, isn't it?
What do you mean? You ditched him for McDonald's?
I think he's having a good time as a tree.
I'm gonna just wait here for a little bit. Let time pass.
Hey, weirdo. Your other self's gonna look out and see himself watching your kids. That's pretty weird.
You're gonna be a ghost story. Everyone's gonna be like, yeah, we've seen the neighbor just staring at his own house for hours every night. I don't know what he wants, but he always disappears in an orange flash whenever I get close. So why do the branches die unless they are infused with Loki poot?
So you just have to sit in the middle of a bunch
Why
of
does he
green
even have to
crap.
sit here? Now that he's fixed it, can he leave?
I don't know.
He's not doing anything, he's just sitting there.
It's not powering the branches.
It's his part power. It's a very essential part of the process, I guess.
Literally, what just happened?
I don't know.
I think,
I have so
like,
many questions about the logic of a lot of this.
in terms of like how they could have wrapped it up, this is probably the best case scenario, but that's just because of how poor the rest of the season
Yeah.
really was in
I
terms of
agree
logic.
entirely.
Yeah.
So, good
yes,
job?
they did
Question
stick
mark?
the landing, but the path to get there was a confusing mess.
I am still confused about everything.
Yeah, same. I guess inherently when you deal with a problem or like a story concept that's as complex as multiversal time travel, it has to be a little wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, and a bit of a mess. And it was fun, but it also was infuriating that a lot of the entire season that we just watched was kind of overwritten and nullified.
We literally
and
had this
pointless.
idea from episode 1.
Yeah, we were telling him, why
Just
don't you
delete
try
the
something
He
else?
Who Remains.
Stop being dumb.
That's all you
and
have
they're
to
like,
do.
no, we can't. Oh, you know, sure, I will.
Bro had centuries to
skipped
think of this idea. He couldn't
That's
do
just
it.
that's the
Oh my god.
that's just the goofiest part. I don't know why they kept that in.
Their
Oh.
post credits.
Probably. I would be surprised if there isn't after that mess. We need something to explain.
Yeah, there's no.
There's not.
Nothing.
What the heck?
There is
Nothing.
It's like, thank you, I have come, I have done what I wanted to. There will be no further explanation. There will be no
I'm
questions.
taking no question. That was an
Goodbye.
off-topic question.
You have been stopped.
You know what? At least they stuck the landing. That's all
Yeah.
we can ask for.
I mean, honestly, eventually, finally, they heard our cries of
Yeah.
torment through the screen,
Yeah.
and they were like, all right, we'll throw him a bone. But man, that was... It felt a little painful to get through parts of it.
I will say that, like, instead of liking it ironically for how funny episode 3 was, I really did not like season 2 at all because it was just too confusing and all to get to a point that we were saying it should have gotten to from the beginning. So, like, I really did not like a lot of it except for just the hilarious parts. And I don't know how I feel about season 1 at this point because I haven't seen it since I was in my Loki phase where I was crazy. So I feel like I still probably like it better than season 2 just because there was actually like character moments, whereas this season was like just absolute insanity where nobody actually had any development or anything meaningful happen to them ever, and then centuries later, and then oh my gosh. So this one just felt like a huge mess, all to erase anything that actually happened in this season and just end where they should have started at the very beginning of this season. Like, it just felt utterly pointless to me. So I really didn't like season 2 except for how funny it was.
Yeah, it felt like this season was very low on actual character interactions,
Oh, yeah.
which is what you're saying, I guess,
Yeah.
complaining
I mean,
about.
that's what Michaela likes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just here for character interactions. I do not care about all this timey-wimey stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you don't have any character development or any like character moments like that, all you have is a plot concept.
Mm-hmm.
And what we just watched is basically just summarizing centuries later
Yeah.
the plot concept. We didn't really get any like weight to it. We didn't have any feelings or stakes in it because it was so okay, we have a really highbrow concept that we want to execute, so we don't have time for all the like moments that build up to it. We just got to get you the information in some way that the general audience can understand, but that sacrifices the whole like caring about the stakes or anything, or letting any of the characters breathe.
Mm-hmm.
So, and of course, we did waste a lot of time on things that didn't matter so much, like running around a carnival and ghost clocks and
Yeah.
weird crush stuff. I don't know. It just felt like we spent all the time in weird places that didn't make sense. So the pacing was weird. I do like the concept, and I wish it could have been executed a little better, because I think the fact that they ended it in a way where like it's a little poetic and interesting, and it was the way it should have ended that we were complaining about, that bumps it up a few points, but it still is not enough to save the season being just kind of a confusing blah fest. So it really needed a few more rewrites, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, for me, season one was like, it wasn't necessarily bad, but it was just like they took a really interesting concept, and then they kind of just threw it out the window to have these two characters just like do whatever for the rest of the season, which was kind of annoying. And also, I didn't think that the characters acted in a way that was realistic. Like Sylvie was just being annoying the whole time, and Loki was just simping over her the whole time. And that was really annoying for me. And this season is different. Like it's more of what I would have wanted from season one, as in like in terms of the technical side of the season, but it also wasn't executed well very much. Like imagine how good season 6 or episode 6, I keep seeing season. Imagine how good episode 6 would have been if there were like more impactful moments throughout the entire season that we could have like went back to in time, and then like that would have been a lot more interesting. But instead we just have these random filler moments, which is kind of the whole season.
Well, I definitely would have been wildly disappointed if this had come out like a year after Loki season 1, because I would have been expecting so much more, and I would have gotten completely void of any character moments at all.
Oh yeah, because you wanted them to reconcile and stuff.
I wanted like Loki and Sylvie to reconcile. I wanted like a Loki Thor reunion. I wanted so much to happen, and literally none of it did. So I would have been vastly disappointed.
Well, now Loki's just like a cosmic entity inexplicably out of nowhere. He went from like wearing a tie to like becoming the overgod of the multiverse. Oh, which I don't know how I even,
however you say it.
Like, it didn't feel that earned, honestly.
Yeah.
That's another problem I have with it. Like, he just suddenly, in the off-screen time, centuries later, now he knows how to pause time. Now he knows how to do whatever. He's just gained infinite power, and he can weave
Quite a
timelines
leap from
with
last
his
season where he could do
cape.
literally nothing inside the TVA.
Yeah, literally, he... And that's another thing. Wasn't he still in the TVA, and they hadn't turned off the...
Yeah, but he can still...
The dampener.
Wimpy Wompy.
Well, how can he do the Woompy Wompy?
The Whoopie Wompy.
Oh!
Well, yeah, he can do the Woompy Wompy with the time slipping, but he can't do
Yeah.
the Woompy Wompy with his enchanting of the branches when the loom exploded.
Well, he can, because they turned it off
Did they?
at that point.
Oh, yeah, they turned it off, but then they didn't
That's why
actually
we
do
were
anything.
screaming
Yeah,
at him
gotcha.
to plug in the thing.
Yeah,
he could have
with
just
magic.
plugged in the thing
Oh
instead
my
of spending
gosh.
200
Oh
centuries.
my gosh, you're so right! He could have just telekinesis
Oh,
it!
you're
They
so
did telekinesis
dumb.
in this episode!
Why are you
Oh
dumb?
my gosh, I'm
I mean, that's what we
angry
were
at it
saying
again.
before. I thought that we had already gained this knowledge,
I
so we weren't going to
forgot about
complain
it.
about it again, but yeah.
No,
he
yes,
could have
we
done
did
that the whole
establish that,
time.
but I forgot about it, so I wasn't angry about it until just now.
Silly.
Oh,
Instead of spending
gosh.
200 centuries learning, or however many centuries, I keep saying 200.
Years of academy training wasted.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that poor man.
Wow.
He knows more about transistors than he ever wanted to.
Now he's just stuck in a tree for the rest of his life. nothing to think about.
Well,
but
this is not how I imagined my life would go.
algebraic
Imagine you spend like 3 or 4 or 5 lifetimes just learning one thing, and then you turn into a tree for the rest of your like existence.
Bro got Talian.
Oh, imagine if someday someone chops his tree down and prints a science textbook out of it.
And also, we had to say about the one friend she's ever had who's now a tree was, oh, it's kind of weird that Loki's not here, isn't it? And then she just goes and moves on.
Yeah, that's not really a reconciliation with the character that we've known since season 3 or episode 3. I mean, it's not like we cared about him, but he did kill himself multiple times in
There
order for
are
episode 6 to happen.
A lot of questions about all of this that are not answered, and the show does not care to answer. So I think we have the right to make our own headcanon and get a little annoyed. And you know what? If there's infinite possibilities, sure, one of the possibilities must be true. So
True.
any solution you come up with that makes all this make
There's
sense.
a timeline where that's right.
Yep, you're right. Congrats.
We are the
because
TVA.
there is a TVA for the TVA.
Yeah,
and it
we're
is
looking
us.
at all the TVA timelines.
And we're deciding which one's best.
Yeah,
the writers
exactly.
chose one, and we're choosing to refuse that one and substitute our own. Reject the reality and substitute
It's
our
just
own.
so funny that for the whole show we were saying, oh, it's not going to work to expand the branch capacity.
we were
And then
just
they got
calling
all
it.
the way there, and then they couldn't do it. And then the whole time we were saying, just make a TVA only for Kang. And then they did it at the end.
Oh my
Could've done
gosh.
it in
A
episode
bunch
Oh
of
my
dumb
gosh.
kids sitting on a
Face
couch.
palming.
We know better than this man who studied science for 500 years, non-stop, by the way.
Literally
so
never
funny.
got tired.
He literally never thought that you
Oh.
can't contain infinity. That's
This was
hilarious.
a fun time, and also my brain is tired.
I know, me too.
Thank you all for joining us on this journey. This was a mess and a good time.
Yeah, we
as
all
well.
came together in real life for a special
we
occasion.
united.